Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Yeah, wherever you're watching it from, it's morning or afternoon. Okay, this is Amos from Textway Solution again. So, welcome back to our second segment. So, now today we are going to look at Excel in a more grand, in a more detailed format. So, without wasting much time, let's go. Let's get it started. So for us to open Excel, simply go to your start menu. Then if your own is pinned like mine, you say Excel here. This is like my interface is like this because I'm running Windows 11. But if you're running Windows 10, you really have to search for it. So if you just type Excel and just click on it, click to open it. And I'm running the 2021 version of Excel. Okay, so now that my Excel is running, just like we have on Microsoft Word, we have also what we call the Excel Backstage, where home takes us to the new, the recent, the favorites, and some templates. If you want to look at the templates, if you want more templates, just click on more templates. It will take you to new, where you can select different templates that you want to work with. So for example, if you want to do a to-do list and you don't know how to go around it, just click on this. And how this is also to-do list. You can always edit it to suit your needs. Then you click on create. Depending on how fast your internet is, that should download real quick. And this is your to-do list. Okay, this is the to-do list. We have the dates, the overdue today, overdue, and others. So things you want to do and all those priority, which one is priority and all of that. Then you can also assign the same, assign some certain rules to some certain person. So this is all. This is what the templates can give you. So let's go back to it again. So let's go back to, yeah, let's start Excel proper actually. So now in order for us to start, just like we started in Microsoft Word, we are going to start with the file. Okay, we're just going to start with not the file this time. We're going to talk about the top. Just like in Microsoft Word, we saw that this place where my cursor is around, where we have this Excel logo at the top, at the top left. Now this is called okay, permit before we start, permit me to just add a blank Excel sheet so that we can get rid of that. Good. So now we have this, from where we have this icon which is saved to here. It's called quick access toolbar, and you can customize it by clicking on the drop down at the side. Just click and add anything you want to add things, and off you go. Okay, just customize it to fit your to suit your needs. Then from here, where we have this book one is actually called the title bar. Okay, and this in this title bar, that's where the name of our Excel file is. Then we have the big search bar here where we can search for how to do some certain things. Okay, then from this other side, this is the to minimize, this is to kind of like, maybe I want to minimize it in a square format or you want to make it bigger, then this is to close. Then on the menu bar, which is this guys, we have the file, new, insert, then we also have draw, we have page layout, formulas, and we also have the data and the data review and view, and we are there out there. So now we're not going to look at Microsoft Excel the same way we learned Microsoft Word. So now for us to do that, but we are going to talk about some of the key features. Okay. So for example, the first one I want to talk about is the ribbon. This place, this place where my cursor is now, it's called the ribbon. And each of the menu bar has when I mean menu bar, I'm talking about the home, the insert, and the file. They have different ribbon. Okay, for example, if I click on home, we have all these things here. If I click on insert, you can see we have a different thing. If I click on formula, we have different things and all of that. So the ribbons inside are actually very different. Okay, good. So now let's take a look at what we have on that file. Just like what we have on Microsoft Word, the home give us new and African templates as select a templates. Then we also have this thing new, and if we want to open an existing Excel file, you can do that. We have some online, just like since I'm connected, you can do that. Then we have info where you can protect your documents and all of that. Then you have save where you want to save your documents and all of that. Then we have this save as well. Then we have this save as well. Okay. Remember, you should remember the difference between save and save as. Save as here gives you the option to save the same file either in a different format or in a different folder. Okay. So pinch. So print, just like what we talked about, you can actually print your documents anywhere you want. Okay, good. So we have a share, just like we talked about export, and we have close. If I click on close, it will close that guy. Okay, all right, good. So now in Excel, we are not going to talk about each of these two one by one. And if you look at it, you see that some of these tools we already discussed them in Microsoft Word. So as we progress, that's when we are going to see the meaning of how some of these tools are being used. Okay, good. Please pardon my background. All right, so to get started, so we are going to look at what, because these things now, we did not see them in Microsoft Word. What does this A1 really stand for? And what does this FX, what do they mean? So now this F1 now identify the name of the cell. Now what are cells? So now in Microsoft Excel, we have what we call workbook. A workbook is your entire Excel sheet. Okay, your entire Excel sheet, that's your workbook. While addition, a worksheet is your what? A single sheet in a workbook. For example, now we have what? Down here we have sheet one, which is here. Then if you click on this plus, you can create another sheet called sheet two. So you can have as many Excel sheets as possible in a single workbook. Hope we are together. Okay, good. So now what are cells? So a cell kind of like define this a position of a particular a name. It's actually a name. All these things now, all these multiple balls, they are called cells, and all of them they have name. For example, now this position is called P9, while this position is called D15. Okay, and we have there are a lot of them. I think we have also have about 6 million of this both rows and columns in Excel. The rows is the what? The rows is the row is the yeah, the row is all this the rows and columns have this A to Z and all of this stuff. Then the B the this thing, and we also have this one and down to like infinity. If I should scroll down, you see that you can never get to an end of Excel. Okay, so it's that much. All right, so good. Yeah, let's come back up. So now let's just do some little operations in Excel. Let's just say we want to calculate, let's say, test cost for students. So if we do that, let's just say name. Sorry, let's say sorry, not name. S slash sorry, yeah, a slash n. Go to the next one. Name, name of students. We want to give them a class. You can say class. Then you can say tests. And you can say exams. Then we can just say total. Sorry, you can say total. Yeah, instead of having a class here, let's just put subjects instead. Okay, good. All right. So if you see this one, this name of student is entering inside, it's not showing well. So you highlight, then you take this, you drag it to this other side. Okay, so that you can have all of that. You can actually make it, you can actually make this sheets look more nicer by doing something like this. Just highlight, click and highlight it, and you drag it to the side you want to go. Let me do it again. You click, then you drag the way you want to stop it. So when you are there, you can let's make it bolder. Or probably you can probably add color to it. Yeah, good. So this is another way of you can see this one is not showing well. This is another way of doing it. You can just click here, then tap here. It will shift on its own. Same thing here. Click and tap. All right, good. Then good. So we have this. I think red color is actually a bizarre color. It doesn't really look good. So yeah, let's give it that color. All right, good. So we can have first one, number one, this number two. Okay, let's stop at number two first. So there's something I want us to learn there. So maybe the first one can be Amos Sandy. The second name can be John Smith. Yeah, the second one can be John Smith. Then Sunday. And then subjects can be maybe like a best subject or something like that. It can be say computer science, say computer. And then here it can be English. Oops, can have English. Okay, good. So then test, this is always over 40, so I can just say 35, then 30. Then exams is always over 60, so we can have something like it has 55. Then it has yeah, let's say 45. Good. Then now good. So here now, if you want to have more interest, let's just say you have like 100 students. Okay, you want to have more interest. So now you want to have more numberings. So you just simply click the first one and drag it to the second one. Now once you drag it to the second one now, you see this place now. If I take my cursor closer to, you can see my cursor changes. So I'll just drag it as I'm dragging it, it's changing. Let's have maybe just like 20 entries or so. All right, good. So we have 20 entries. I'm going to do the same thing for names. Drag it down, then put my cursor here and drag it down. So I will have him on Sunday John Smith, him on Sunday John Smith. Then do the same thing here, then drag it down. Oops, okay. Drag it down. But if you want to change it to something else, you can always do that. I don't think we can do that with numbers. I think if we do that with numbers, it will just add and subtract, add and subtract, add and subtract, add and subtract. That's what that's what happens. So you can see we have some like negative numbers and all here. So let's do it on this one. Let's do it on this one as well. Okay, yeah, I think let's stop it here. Good. So we have some negative numbers and all of that. So maybe we might want to remove the negative number. That means we want to do that, but like do it one by one, one by one, by one, and all that. So now let's just say we want to add the tests and the exams together for the first students. So how do we do that? This takes us to what? To some operations in Excel, the addition, subtractions, and all of that. So for us to do that, there are different ways of doing that. Okay. So now, how do we calculate this? We do equal to, now if you do equal to 35 plus 30 plus 55, it will give you the answer, no doubt. But it's not taking this cell, it's not referencing to this cell, to this place. You can see we have 90. Okay, if I should change this number now to like 60, it does not affect the 90. That is not what we do. We don't want to do that. Okay, we want Excel to be able to do what? Adapt to the changes. So for us to do that, we want to do something like equal to, then we call the name of this cell. The first cell is in D was D2. So we just say D2 plus plus E2. So we have E2 here, and then we hit enter. So in this case, if we should change this one now to 40, the formula will also change. I don't know if you are seeing this, but let me kind of like zoom in right here. All right. Okay, good. So now let's do it for the second one. Okay. So equal to, the second one will be D3 plus E3. Can see those two cells are referenced, and we click on it. So if we should change this one to either 55, the answer, the 85 will also change. Then we change this one down to 40, this will also change. We are okay. So now that we've gotten our first two answer, and then if I click on this, if I click on this first, you see that the name of the cell is F2. Then you see that the formula, this bar now holds all the formulas that we type. Okay, so the formulas are right there. Okay, good. So now we want to do the same thing, drag it, drag it to the second one, then we drag it until we get to where we want to stop it. All right, so you can see, so we have that. So how about subtraction? Let's just say we want to subtract in the next cell. Let's just say so. Let's say so. Okay, good. All right, so now if we want to subtract this, we simply just do this. We simply say, just call the name of the cell. We now say equal to, okay, rule of mathematics says start from the biggest number to subtract. So if we want to start from the biggest number is this minus this guy, so that you will not have a negative number. So if you do that, let's do that again. This guy, you click on the D2, can click on the name of the cell. That's also another short way, minus this guy. So you have that. So you should right click on this and you drag it to wherever you want it to stop. Yeah, you just right click and give it stop at anywhere you want it to stop, and that will be done. Then you can see that this stuff, it's not really, for me I feel it's not really nice. It's not like in a table form, although you are seeing all this white line, but they are not in a table. So for example, to test this theory, we should go to print. You can see, look at your preview. If you preview it, you, you will see that it's not in a table at all. Look at it here. Good. So now we need to want to add it to a table. So there are different ways of converting this to a table. You can either select everything. Sorry, you can either select everything here. Let me minimize this guy a bit and go to insert and choose table, or you better still go to home and let's go to home first. Then once you have gone to home, come to font here. You can see this down. Come to border, then select all borders. It will create just a very simple table for you. Okay, if you should go back to that print now, you see that it's actually in a singular form. The same. But Excel gives you a more nicer table, which we'll come to talk about it as we progress. Okay, so but basically this is how you can perform some simple tasks in Excel. Then if you want, let's just say you want to count all the cells in this table, in this our table. Want to know their number. How do you do that? This takes us to what we call functions. Okay, this takes us to what we call function. We've seen formula. Remember, formula are this stuff that we type. That stuff we call equal to this and that. That's formula. So we have some built-in formulas or functions in Excel. If I should come to formula here, you can see more functions. Statistics, you want to calculate average or anything you want to calculate at all is here. Okay. So now if you want to count, let's just say we want to count, and they equal to we have a formula called count. Count. What is a count? You say face value. Where do you want it to start from? Good. We want it to start from A. Then you need to put is to there. Now, where do you want it to stop? Now, please, if you click here, you want it to stop here. It will only count from here to here. Okay, so that would not work. Okay, that would definitely not work. So if we want it to stop here. So it's counting everything that we have in there. So once we close the bracket and we hit enter, we in total we have 100 entries. That's it. Okay, we have 100 entries. All right. So yeah, so that is how we can cap do calculation. So I want to try to make this as easy as possible because after this uploading it takes quite some time. So so today we look at how we can do some mathematical operations on Excel. Then we've also looked at how we can perform some mathematical operation, how we can put some numbers. Now this stuff that I did where I drag these two stuff, they are called and drag it down, they are called file handlings. Okay, so you can go through that and every other thing that we discuss on Microsoft Word, please don't throw it away. It's actually very handy. For example, I can just select that and I'll make it bolder. Okay, I might even say, okay, I want this one to have a different color entirely, or a different font entirely. I can come here, choose the font I want, and I'll come here. I'll just pick yeah, I think something really nice. And here I can say, oh, this is an heading. Heading should be bigger than the other ones. Okay, good. So you can see we can do that in Excel. Okay, so I will leave you just play around with this and stay tuned to the either YouTube channel or so because more I'll be dropping more videos soon. Okay, so till then, see ya.